Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, this is the Game Room, and thank you for joining us. It's been a while since my last video, and I apologize for that. Try to do more regular, but you know how things are. Life, work, everything gets in the way of fun. And today I have something I've been looking forward to since the Kickstarter ended, and that is Mutant War Zero, Zone Wars. And I have it right here. The Kickstarter shipped not too long ago. Really didn't send much of a message out that says, hey, it's shipping. It was just kind of a quick Kickstarter update, and then bam, all of a sudden it showed up. I was actually expecting a different one, and this one showed up. So pleasant surprise, because I've been kind of excited about this one, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. But there are two. There is the Zone Wars, the basic set, which gives you everything you need to get started for 2 players, and then Robots and Psionics is the expansion. It isn't not a standalone expansion. You do have to have the starter to play with this, but this game is designed to play with 4 players. So you need both box sets, and you can have 4 players going at it in a miniature skirmish game. One of the kind of cool things about it, one of the mechanics, is each model has a chit or a token. All those go into a bag or a cup. They're all mixed up. So each turn, you draw one out, and that's who activates. So you never know who's going to activate. There's other game systems who've kind of done that, but you know, it's just kind of a neat mechanic. This game was designed by Andy Chambers and Thomas Harristam. Andy Chambers, you know from Necromunda, Battlefleet Gothic, Drop Zone Commander. So most of you who've been playing miniatures games for a while know that name. Thomas did Mutant Year Zero, which this game is based off of, as well as the Alien RPG, which I have not played, but I've heard it's really, really cool. Twilight 2000, Blade Runner RPG, and others. So let's get these unboxed. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and join me for a few minutes. Let's crack these boxes open and see what you get inside Mutant Year Zero, Zone Wars, both boxes. Alright, now, I made the mistake with the previous Kickstarter of not grabbing an extra set of dice, so if they're ever available on a Kickstarter, just do yourself a favor and grab one. I doubt you'll regret it. I made that mistake with the first trick shot and really needed the extra dice. Okay, so anyway, that's my spiel on you should always grab extra dice when possible. These are special dice. They are not normal D6s. You get 5d6 base dice, skill dice, and gear dice. They are custom, so kind of cool. And anyway, we'll put those over there. All right, Mutant Year Zero, Mutant Year Zero, Zone Wars. We'll put the Robots and Psionics off to the side. Here's the back of the box. All right, I will be honest. Remember, I told you I'd tell you what really caught my eye on this. Those 2 guys right there. That duck mutant and this boar mutant, they just... as soon as I saw the first video for the game, I was just like, okay, that if for no other reason, I'm getting the models because it just looks like fun. Okay. What are you getting here? You're going to get 10 models, 5 for each. You get 5 Arc Mutants and 5 of the Gen Lab tribe. And then you're going to get the 10 models, 32 millimeter. And then you're going to have 83 playing cards, 105 tokens, 10 custom dice, 3 by 3 foot game mat. So that's kind of cool. 3 full sheets of cardboard terrain, a measuring ruler, and a rule book. So everything you need to play, ideally, and it even says there's Sundrop coat of paint. So the models, I believe, are all one piece, and it's like ready to play out of the box. You sit down, read the rules, and you can play. Put your cardboard terrain together, and you're good to go. So let's break out our trusty X-Acto and get this puppy opened. Like I said, this one I've been kind of excited about. Anxious to see how this actually plays. They did have some playthrough videos which looked really cool, and you can download the rules off of the Kickstarter website. Off their Kickstarter page, you can download the rules. But here we go. All right, you over there. All right, here is our paper mat right off the top. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely good texture on it. Is it double-sided? Yes. Yes, it is. What I don't know is it the same print on both sides? I don't know. My desk is really not going to be big enough to pull this whole thing open for you, but this particular side has a couple roads through it. Looks like they just go straight through, and that's pretty cool. The other side, as I'm knocking stuff all around, is just grass, no road, or it's just grass and dirt, really. No road. So you can put it on whatever side you want. I'll move you out of the way. All right, that is the playmat. Very cool. It's neat that it's included, so you just lay it out and you're ready to go. Our tokens, plus ones, the Arc Mutants versus the Gen Lab tribe. So, very cool. These are not bad. These are pretty thick. And they're not falling out, so hopefully when they punch out, they come out pretty clean. Let's try the big one. Yep, snapped right out. So that is always a plus. I hate punching tokens and they tear. That just freaking, I don't know, it's a pet peeve. It just drives me nuts. All right, here is, ooh, don't eat that. All right, what else we got here? We have sheet 1 of our terrain. Very cool. I don't know if you can see that. Very, very cool. Same cardboard. It's pretty thick. And our second sheet with our Gunnels Toback, whatever that says. The end is here. Alright, very, very... They're actually kind of cool. I do like the games when I mean, if you're going to need terrain in the game, that they give you some cardboard terrain to get started. Even if it's not, a ton or a lot, but it's enough to put on the board. It's just kind of cool that they throw that in there. Alright, so there's your 3 sheets of terrain. We've got more tokens and our range ruler. Short, medium, and long. And looks like the same print on both sides. Alright. Again, all of those are pretty thick, pretty straightforward. Zone Wars, the rule book. Full color, which is always good. Glossy finish. Pictures, starts with a game around. Examples, I like examples. Ending the game on page 6. Action description, special attacks. Not much in the way of pictures. I really would have liked to see more pictures, especially of the models to give you painting ideas. Scenarios, starting on page 16. And you kind of get an idea of here's what one side of the map looks like. And even rules for solo play, which is very, very cool. And then on the back you can actually see your cardboard terrain completed. So very cool. Cardboard terrain included in this box that is shown assembled here. The completed pieces are designated with A through J, and each punch-out part is marked with the corresponding letter and number. Generally pushing in, no glue is required. That's kind of cool if they try to make it as easy as possible to put your stuff together. Ideally, again, grab the game, sit down, read the rulebook, and you can play. All of these models are one piece. So, nice insert tray. Good tight fit for the lid. Here's your dice. You get yellow and black in here. There's also green. The green must show up in the expansion. We know there's green because the extra dice had green. I'm assuming. You know what assuming means. Okay. Move that out of the way because of the glare. Alright, so dice. Very cool. Our cards. Larger cards, smaller cards, our stat cards. Ranged, melee, survival, and health. And then their abilities down at the bottom. So very cool. Let's cut this open. Yes, I'm going to get to the miniatures in a minute. And okay, there we go. Can't hold on to anything. Alright, what do we got? We got zone cards. And these look like different things that could happen that'll impact the game. Ravenous Devourer. We saw tokens for that. Land Shark. Okay, love it. This was a Kickstarter unlock. And I'm going to have a model for a Land Shark. I mean, that just got to have a Land Shark model. Okay. Alright, I'll shut up. Alright, moving over. So here are your Arc Mutants. And then once they get to a certain point of damage, they get flipped over because now they're bloodied, so their stats, looks like their stats change. And there's Ducks, like I said, and Borman. These are the guys that got me to look more into the game. So this is probably going to be my faction to start with, the Gen Lab tribe. And at least there's these cards have the full color pictures, so that you will have, when you go to paint the models, you will have a starting spot. Alright, let's look at the gear cards. I will say there is not going to be room in this slot for sleeves if you want a sleeve. Okay, so just giving you that heads up now. But you've got your different gear: hunting rifle, flamethrower, laser pistol, cooking pot, road sign as a shield. That's kind of cool. The hockey mask, the gaffer tape, leather jacket, armor. So these are artifacts. I assume you can find those out on the battlefield. And then we have physical mutations, and then your starting gear back here. So your physical mutations: acid spit, flame breather, spores, malleable. And we're not going to go through every single card, although I'm actively flipping through every single card. Love the artwork. The art style is fun. And then your starting gear looks very similar to the artifacts that you can find, except for this is going to be, your basic weapons, most likely. Scrap rifle, scrap pistol, crossbow for ducks, club, hatchet, chainsaw, and diving helmet. Alright, that's the cards. And that slot could have been a touch deeper, but oh well. Alright, these are the models. Like I said, the box does say they come sun-dropped. So what does that mean? Well, it's basically they're just think of it as the model base color, and then it's a heavy dry brush of one single color. That's ultimately what this is. It brings out the detail. It's if you're not going to paint your models, it's kind of cool because it helps you see the detail, gives them a little depth. If you're going to paint your models, you're just going to prime right over it. So. Rabbit and ducks. And then Borman. He just looks cool. Alright, and then our That was the Gen Lab tribe, and then we have the Arc Mutants. Yep. And the Arc Mutants, that's kind of cool. I like the wings sticking out of his back. Very, very cool. Nice sculpts. Love the chainsaw guy. Gotta love a chainsaw. These are very, very cool. Alright, liking what I'm seeing so far. You know, that particular color, I almost have a glow effect though, which is kind of neat. Okay, that is Mutant Wars Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars, the basic set, the base set. Again, you're going to get your rule book, everything you need to play the game. Let's open up Robots and Psionics. Now, Robots and Psionics, you're going to get 10 models, 5 for each faction, 5 for the Mechatron, and then 5 for the Nova Cult. 79 playing cards, 100 tokens, 10 dice, 3 sheets of cardboard terrain, a measuring ruler, and a scenario booklet. So you don't get the rule book, and you don't get you do get 10 dice, which is good, but you don't get the rule book, and you don't get the playmat. So let's crack this one open, and again, see what we get. All right. The Hydra, a killer tree, and a sniper bug. Again, tokens on a good thick cardboard, same as the first box. Our terrain. Don't eat the silica gel. Very cool. Tokens. Lots of tokens. Another ruler, which is helpful because if you're playing 3 or 4 people, I would definitely want an extra. Our terrain. And the last sheet of terrain. So between the 2 boxes, you get 6 sets of terrain to put on a 3x3. That should pretty well give you quite a bit of terrain. And this one kind of shows you here's what the terrain's going to look like once you get it all put together. So that's kind of cool. Looks like an abandoned, almost like an abandoned construction area. It's what first comes to mind, but it's very cool. Alright, Robots and Psionics, your scenarios. Much smaller book with this one. Yeah, this one is just scenarios. 8 pages, just additional scenarios. Two factions, so the expansion skirmish game set with that. You can now play 3 or 4 players, tuning the fun and mayhem up to a new level. Alright, let's look at the remaining stuff. Alright, so in neither one of these boxes do you get the green dice. So I don't know what the green dice are going to be used for. Maybe they're just standard D6s. Don't know. We will, once I learn how to play the game, I'll figure that out. I do like that they're all different colors, making it easy to tell the different factions apart if you're not painting. Alright, the cards, again, bloodied on the back. The Mechatron robots, Scrappy, Wrecker, Mark 14, Mecha King, and Blender. Those are kind of funny. And then the Nova Cult, Plutonia, Scion, Tula, Maxim, and Psycho. Very cool. Zone cards. Sonic Butterflies, Trash Hawk, Trigger. See the scenario. Sinkhole, the artwork is really cool. I kind of like this style of comic book style artwork. It's just Sniper Bud. It's just cool. I like it. We're going to get more of our starting gear and artifact cards in here. So our artifact cards first. Pistol, plasma rifle, so laser welder, another chainsaw, broken TV, so different from the first box. And then these are our, what does that say? This says module and psionic mutation. So let's look at Psionic Mutations, Beastmaster, Clairvoyance, Sonic Boost, Puppeteer, cool. And then modules, these must be for the robots. Industrial Saw. And then our starting gear for each player, so you can see what you're going to get. And again, just like the other one, it's your basic weapons. All right. The dice, you're going to get 10, 4 black, and 6 yellow. All right, let's pull these guys out. Get a little closer for you. There you go. Very, very cool. A little reminiscent of Grievous from Phantom Menace. Again, same sun drop paint, whatever the color the model's printed in, and then a heavy dry brush to bring out the detail, and it's done. But again, these guys are ready to play right out of the box, which is a neat thing. I think that's great. I know that Zinvaded does that. The models are ready to play right out. You sit down, read 6 pages of rules, and that game you're ready to go. This one, the rulebook's a little bit bigger, but same thing. Models are ready to go. So grab the game, go sit down, read through it. In 20-30 minutes, you're figuring out how to play the game the first time. So rules didn't look too difficult. Again, I have not read the rulebook yet, but I do like that model. That's very cool. Lots of detail. And our last guy, Psycho. I like that pose. That model is very, very cool. Alright. Guys, there you have it. Everything for the Zone Wars Mutant Year Zero Zone Wars miniatures game. In the 2 boxes, and again, the extra dice. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say these are just regular D6s is what they look like. Anyway, I hope that's helped. If you got the game, great. If you're playing it, drop me a hint. Let me know how, or drop me a comment. Let me know how the game's working out for you. Are you enjoying it? What's your favorite faction? Which models did you like the best? I'm really liking the Mutant faction, the Duck and Borman. Those are the 2 that got me to pay a little more attention to the game and ultimately dive in and grab everything. It looks like fun, and again, you can't go wrong with the designers. And hang on, I'm just switching cameras so I'm making sure everything is still working. You can't go wrong with Andy Chambers, long time game designer, and has done some really, really good stuff. So guys, check it out. Mutant Year Zero, Zone Wars. Each box is for 2 players. If you are getting into the game for the first time, you will need the orange box. The blue box is the expansion. If you've got a couple of mates who want to play, then one can get one box, one can get the other. When it's going to be released in retail, I do not know. The Kickstarter's, like I said, just shipped, so I would assume if you go to their Kickstarter page, either late pledges or at some point it'll be up on their website if the game will go to retail. So hopefully it does, because it looks fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know we're running a little long, and I apologize, but hey, this is cool. I've been very excited about getting this opened up and hopefully getting it on the table soon. I'm Sean. This is the Game Room. I do apologize for the hiatus and not having anything out for the last few months, but again, trying to get more stuff out, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you're playing the game, if you've seen the game, if you've never heard of the game. If you have any more questions, I do try to respond as quick as possible to every single comment that somebody leaves. So I do keep an eye on it, and I do try to respond. So as always, thanks for watching. I'm going to shut up. You have a wonderful evening, and God bless. Have a good night.